Alright, welcome back, guys, to some more DD Blue Skies. When we last left off, we had an intimate exchange of chocolate with Yuri. And so we're on to our third poem. You know what, Natsuki's gonna be sour at us either way, so let's just get her out of the way ASAP.
Yeah, no thanks.
Wait, what? You didn't even...
Next.
Monica.
Hi, Flam.
I approached Monica and wanted to talk about Sari with her some more. But she takes control of the conversation before I can say anything and immediately jumps into club business.
This might come as a surprise, but we have a festival coming up soon.
Oh wow, I never would have guessed.
Have you thought about when you want to submit to perform at the festival?
Well, being in this club is one thing, but performing in front of a bunch of people, I'll have to give it some more thought. Despite any praise the girls might have given me, I really doubt that my poetry is up to snuff. I'm sure that there's just not sorry, I read that wrong. I'm sure that there's not just a little bias during the poetry discussions.
Okay, no pressure. But whatever you do, I'm sure it'll turn out great. You don't want to let the club down, right?
She says it with a teasing tone, but a chill runs down my spine when I think about the implications of disappointing everyone. Who knows what Monica would do to me if I betrayed her as her loyal literature club subject. She's like the slave master, like write poems or I whip you.
Not to mention, I'm also looking forward to seeing your performance.
Right. That's definitely not something that I can relate to.
Don't worry so much. You'll do fine. After all, you've been doing fine in these poetry discussions so far.
So you say.
Anyway, let's take a look at today's poem.
Here it is. I let Monica take the poem I'm holding in my hands. But although we're supposed to be discussing poetry right now, I can't help but remain preoccupied by thoughts of Sayori. I'm worried about her, to say the least. It's such an unexpected change that's come over her. Did something happen to her?
Flam?
Huh? Sorry, did you just call my name?
Yeah, twice actually. You seem like you're a million miles away. What's up?
I was thinking about whatever's happened to Sayori. So, sorry if I wasn't paying attention.
It's fine, Flam. I understand. For what it's worth, you're a good friend for caring so much about her.
Thanks. I just hope that things can go back to normal soon.
Well, my advice to you would be to let her come to you on her own. She'll talk if she wants to talk. I think that you should respect her boundaries.
You're right. I appreciate your advice, by the way.
Of course. I'm always willing to lend a sympathetic ear if you need one. Today might not be the happiest of days for the club. But that's alright. Not every day will be happy. We'll all pull through this together.
Where have I heard that before? COVID. I hope so. I feel like I shouldn't be going about the club normally. But I think that Sayori probably needs some normalcy right now. So in the end, I try to get the poem sharing back on track. Anyway, since we're supposed to be sharing poems right now...
Oh, I almost forgot about it myself. Some president I am, huh?
Monica quickly whips out her pristine composition notebook.
Here's my poem then, alright?
Thanks. The Box, Part 2. On my nightstand sits an ornate box, painstakingly crafted, decorated with the most delicate filigree. Beautiful, beautiful. The most beautiful box you'd ever see. In that box stands a slender porcelain ballerina. No, not stands. Twirls. She is inanimate, yet animate. Cold, yet vibrant, and oh so beautiful. The most beautiful ballerina you'd ever seen. She spins and spins and spins as the box melody goes tinkle, tinkle, tinkle. You might want to get that box to the bathroom. She neither smiles nor frowns. A permanent look of blank composure painted on her facade. She dances for my amusement, and yet I am evaded by amusement. The room spins around me. Vertigo. I want answers, but she gives me none. I slam the box closed, and yet the room still spins. My skin? Porcelain? Is this all she is meant to be? Is this all the meaning she is supposed to derive? Is this the sole purpose of her existence? And then her skin cracks, shattering. Oh, I've never been so aroused by a box. Oh, I can skip this. Hey, at least I got to read one of her poems this time. Alright, Sayori.
It's good to see her taking poetry seriously, Flam.
Yeah, truthfully, I wasn't really sure how much I'd like writing poems, but coming here made me realize how enjoyable it can be.
It looks like you've really been influenced by Yuri too.
Yeah, have I?
Did you write specifically for her?
What? No, I didn't. What gave you that impression? Was it the meticulous, the vivacious, the melancholy?
Never mind. It's a nice poem, by the way.
Thank you. An awkward silence descends upon us. It's good to see.
It's good to see you making friends, though. Seeing you get close to them, seeing you happy, it makes me happy too. So happy, I just want to die. So happy, I want to kill myself because I know I'm no longer needed. Sorry.
I turn to look at her, but she's deliberately avoiding eye contact as she aimlessly fiddles with a pen in her hands. Her words really don't match her demeanor. No sense in questioning it, though, as I already know what the response would be. How was your nap, by the way?
Oh yeah, it was great. Really helped. I just wish I could never wake up from it. That's all I want to do is just sleep forever. So that way no one has to bother with me anymore.
She actually saying all this?
Huh?
She actually saying all this?
No. I'm creating this dialogue as I go. I'm fully aware that she didn't nap at all, and the fact that she went along with the lie further confirms my suspicions. I open my mouth to call her out on it, but then I stop, remembering Yuri's words. Perhaps now just isn't the best time to ask about whatever's on her mind. It's not like we're best friends nowadays. There's clearly some distance between us, as much as I don't want to admit it. I've asked her what's wrong, but she didn't really confide in me. It's frustrating, but as Yuri said, all I can do now is let her know I'm there for her and respect her boundaries. Sometimes you have to just work with the hand you've been dealt, I guess. Hey, sorry. Look, this might sound a bit weird, but I just want you to know that I'm here for you, no matter what's going on. I shouldn't have pried earlier. I should have respected your privacy. It's just hard for me to sit back and do... well, it feels like nothing.
It's okay. I appreciate the concern. Thank you. Anyway, Monica told me she wanted to discuss our festival preparations after everyone was done sharing poems. So, I should probably show you my poem now. Anyway, here it is.
Fairy tale. In a kingdom far, far away, there was a castle. In the castle, there was a wish. The wish came to be long, long ago. She was made to be an angel, but I wasn't an angel. I was just a wish to make everyone happy. I took on their burdens and did what I could. I kept safe their dreams like a guardian should. The seeds from my efforts then spread far and wide. I fed them with power I found deep inside. People liked me when I made things right, but they got used to it and stopped believing so much. I watched the children playing and felt sad, but I was happy too. I really was. It truly was enough to be the fairy godmother, the one everyone depended on and trusted. But time kept on passing as I gave my all. I had nothing left and I couldn't stand tall. But I kept on going as I'd always done, a soldier in battle with nowhere to run. Even wishes get tired too. Once everyone was happy, my job was done. But what came after? I could see darkness on the horizon. Quick, make it all go away. When everything's big and bright, what more can anyone wish for? Nobody knew how long it would keep up, but they kept living happily, happily, happily ever after. Oh! Alright. More dialogue I can skip. Yuri!
Flam, it amazes me every time you show me a new composition. Your poetry is phenomenal, I can't fathom how you're able to write this so naturally. The words flow through the page with vigor. It even makes me feel somewhat jealous. It seems so easy for you, whereas I find myself stressing about each piece.
Yuri, I don't think that's entirely accurate. I don't have an innate talent for writing, but I do know an incredibly skilled writer whose work motivates me to do my best, and that's you, Yuri.
My goodness.
Yuri gently smiles to herself, closing her eyes.
This feeling. I had no idea that sharing my poetry would feel like this. It's so freeing.
Yeah, it really is. I still can't believe you never shared your writing before now. I think so many people would love to see your work.
You say that, but I'm not sure it's that simple.
Yeah? How so?
Well,
Yuri looks out the window wistfully.
Flam, do you know what I do in the afternoons? I like to find a quiet spot to eat lunch by myself. It's a wonderful time to reflect on things without distraction. In fact, I'm also able to catch up on my reading. Do you know why I enjoy reading so much, Flam? There are so many amazing types of people within the pages. People who might infatuate you, or perhaps someone who can make you smile in your darkest moments. It might sound pathetic, but it makes me feel better about my solitude. It's almost as if I have my own group of friends. Is that weird? I don't have to worry about disappointing them. They don't find joy in deriding me. And they don't hate me for acting so insufferably pretentious.
Yuri, do people really say those things about you?
People might think I'm haughty or that I'm a know-it-all. But in actuality, I know nothing useful about the world. I might be able to tell you what defines a Shakespearean sonnet, but I'm totally lost when it comes to socializing. I don't even know how to make myself happy.
Damn.
I have all these feelings, and all I can do with them is read and write. But it wasn't until now that it became apparent that something was missing. You.
Me? Are you sure?
Yes. The fact that you're willing to be patient with me, it really means a lot to me. I know there's so many things wrong with me, Flam. My diction is irritatingly slow. I'm never able to find confidence in my own opinions, and I look for hidden depths where they don't exist. But despite all that, you didn't leave me. Flam, I can count on one hand the number of people I feel comfortable talking to. You're one of those people. And I'm so grateful for that.
I see. Well, in my eyes, you're an incredible person. I'm sorry, is this a moment of humility for her? Is she being humble? Is she being a person? I mean, it's just... My experiences with Yuri have been less than favorable, to say the least. So to see her acting like this, it's quite a nice change for this. I'm glad I gave this a shot. It'd be weird if I didn't treat you nicely, you know. I joined this club hoping to meet some new people, and I'm glad I got to meet you.
Yes. I'm glad that I got to meet you too.
Yuri hides her face in her hands. However, I notice she is still smiling this time. Do you want to show me your poem?
Yes. Yes, I do. Let me get it for you.
Heartbeat. Pounding eyes, exasperation, flowing liquid, conflagration, rhythmic pulse of candid blush, delicate notes, thoughts that rush. A considerate quail, quietly quelled, sleepy ribbons of bliss excelled. Careful hearts are wild and flimsy, patched on broken and ultimate whimsy. Nebulous, trails of dainty tracks, final thoughts, no turning back. Irrepressible, fervent drive to breathe, kindness calm that will never leave. Exalted glow of fluorescent moss, graceful steps of love or loss, happy thoughts or hidden grief, a cautiously cut crimson leaf. Thrashing thread of an untamed gaze, cacophonous chaos of hearts ablaze, sparkling sounds of silent desire from strawberry rhythms that never tire. Finishing the poem, I start to hand it back to Yuri. But instead of taking it from me, she looks away.
I didn't do anything wrong, did I?
No, of course not. I just don't really know how I should respond. Despite Yuri's poems usually being cryptic, it wasn't hard to figure out what this one was about. Yep, it was kind of a... It was kind of a loose love letter to me. That's what I was able to pick up from it, at least. Also, this clearly isn't the poem that Natsuki said she wrote about. Meaning I'm probably the only one she's showing this to.
Maybe it's hypocritical of me, but I'm not sure if I can explain this one.
Don't worry. The meaning is pretty clear to me. Yuri is having an even harder time speaking than usual. You must have put a lot of thought into this one, huh? Yuri nods. Well, I'm really happy that you showed me this poem, so thank you. And I hope we keep spending time together. A small smile plays across Yuri's lips. I once again try to hand the poem back to her, but instead, Yuri gently takes my hands and pushes them back toward me. I hesitate to respond to her warm touch.
You can... The poem is...
Once again, Yuri fails to form a complete sentence. You mean I can keep it? Yuri nods. I'd love to. Yuri smiles again. There's something so pure about it.
You always know what to say, Flam. Perhaps someday I can make you feel good too.
Yeah, I'd like that. Feel good in what way? That's the $1 million question right there. Yuri finally turns back towards me.
We should probably think about sharing with the others. But I'll see you later, won't I?
Yeah, I promise, Yuri. With that, Yuri pivots around on her heel, making her way back to her desk.
Okay, everyone. We're all done sharing poems, right?
I think I can skip this. Oh yeah, this is where I get to choose who I want to spend some time with. Alright, out of curiosity, I want to see what happens when I do this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to save it right here. And just to see what happens, I'm going to pick Natsuki and see what Yuri's reaction is. I know it's kind of a dick thing for me to tease her like that, but I gotta do something crazy for once. Let's see. So let's go with Natsuki. Well, baking does sound like it could be fun, and cupcakes seem like they'd be a two-person task. Trust me, baking is a blast. I guarantee you'll enjoy it. Eh? I thought you wanted to do the baking on your own.
For the last time, I never said that. Besides, Flan's right. Baking is a two-person job. Oh, I'm sorry, Natsuki. I must have missed that part. Anyways, Sayori, Yuri, will you guys be alright by yourselves?
While Yuri looks a bit disappointed, Sayori looks content with my choice.
Of course. Yeah, definitely. I'll get the goodie bags done, no problem. And I'll certainly be able to handle the decorations on my own.
Okay, not the response I was expecting to get from Yuri. I thought her eyes would like grow all crazy and shallow and all that, and she pulled a knife out and threatened Natsuki with it. But also, another thing I want to check is what happens if I pick Monica. Because her task is definitely more suited for just one person. Monica. Well, I think that I'd probably be best suited for helping Monica.
Oh, really, Flam? How so? Yeah, I mean, it's not like she has the most work or anything. Heck, even Yuri has more to do. Natsuki, it's not a competition. Hey! Although to tell the truth, I would have to agree. Not to put any pressure on you or anything, Flam. I just think that my job is honestly suited for one person. After all, I'm going to be designing the pamphlets on my laptop. Not sure how you can really contribute with that.
I guess that's true. Well, if you're sure you don't need it, you need help then.
Don't worry about me. My mom does graphic design too, so I do have resources if I need help. Anyway, I'm happy that you offered to help me though.
Yeah, this is not how the Monica in the original game would have responded. Yeah, no problem.
So, sorry to make you choose again, but do you have a preference for who to help?
Alright, now we gotta load. Alright. I'm done playing around, so let's go with Yuri. Well, I'll probably be most useful helping out Yuri.
Me? Are you serious? Why would you... Natsuki? I can already tell you're about to say something mean. No! I was just saying... So, you'll be helping Yuri then, Flam?
Yeah. Yeah, that's okay with you, Yuri.
Of course. Sorry. I have a bad habit of overthinking these sorts of things. Your assistance will be much appreciated. Okay, well that started then. Natsuki, will you be able to handle the baking yourself? I mean, yeah. I already said I would be fine. Okay. How about you, Sayori? We can work together if you want. I think I'll be okay, thanks. What an independent bunch you all are. So, is that everything we need to go over?
Oh, that was me saying that. So, is that everything we needed to go over?
Yeah, that should be about it. Are you guys excited? Well, excited may not be the right word, but I suppose I'm looking forward to it a little bit.
She glances shyly in my direction.
Do you feel the same way, Flam?
Yeah, I haven't really made any banners before, and I don't know much about aromatherapy, whatever that is. So it'll be a new experience for me. I'm sorry in advance if I'm not very useful, Yuri.
No, there's nothing to worry about. I appreciate you offering to help me in the first place.
Good to know. It'll be fun.
Yeah, that's the spirit, guys. That's good enough for me. What about you, Natsuki? I'm just looking forward to making all those cupcakes. Those new students better appreciate them. I'm sure they will. Don't you worry. After all, they look just as nice as they taste.
There's a gentle murmur of agreement.
I have a little surprise in mind with the cupcakes that I think everyone will like. Oh, what'd that be?
Natsuki rolls her eyes.
It's called a surprise for a reason, dummy. You'll find out on Monday. Of course. How silly of me to forget. Anyway, there's nothing more to discuss for today. Everyone knows what they're doing, so I'll see you all on Monday with your festival stuff. Oh, sorry. Before I go, Sayori, anything you want to add?
Sayori has been awfully quiet. If I wasn't so worried about her, I might have forgotten she was in the room.
No, I'm okay, thanks. I'm looking forward to what your little mystery is, Natsuki.
As Natsuki and Monica leave, Sayori turns to Yuri and I.
Oh, and Flam, Yuri? I hope you two have fun.
She giggles as she walks out the door. Hang on. We're meant to walk home together. As I move forward to intercept her, I feel a light tap on my shoulder. It's Yuri, looking incredibly sheepish.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you or anything. It's just... I realized we have no way of contacting each other this weekend.
I forgot myself, actually. I can't believe that slipped my mind. Do you want my mobile number?
I think that would be the best way, yes.
Okay, here you go. We exchange numbers. As I add her name to my list of contacts, I realize how small my contact list actually is. Apart from Sayori and my parents, it's basically empty. A reminder of how life was before joining this club.
Flam?
Huh? Sorry, I must have spaced out a little.
It's okay. I was just saying I'll be stopping by your house on Sunday.
Eh? My house?
Is that a problem?
No, not at all. I just thought that I'd be the one going to your house since I'm the one helping you.
I suppose that makes sense. But if you don't mind, I think I would prefer going to your house.
Oh? Yeah, I guess that's fine. I decided not to press Yuri for a reason. I guess it's not really that important either way. I'll just need to make sure my room is clean. I hope I can actually contribute to whatever you have in mind, Yuri. I'm not nearly as creative as you are.
Don't underestimate yourself, Lamb. I think that will make a very productive team. Even if you only chose me because you felt bad or something.
Wait. You don't actually think that, do you?
I don't know.
It's difficult to come up with any other
It's difficult to come up with any other reason you may have chosen me.
You're forgetting the one reason that's the most common you're forgetting the one reason with the most common sense. I chose to help you because that's simply what I want to do.
But
Yuri thinks to herself with an extremely tense expression. Besides, you helped me a lot with Sayori earlier. I have to return the favor somehow.
Oh, you really don't have to worry about that.
I'm only teasing. I'd love to help you out. I always enjoy your company. Her face flushes a bright crimson.
There's no way you sincerely mean that.
Of course I do. You're a delight to be around, Yuri. You haven't played the original Doki Doki Literature Club.
I see. Forgive me, Flam. It's just, I really hear such kind things spoken so genuinely.
I really can't understand why anyone would say mean things about her just because she keeps to herself, or because her interests deviate a little from the norm. Regardless, I really do want to spend my Sunday with you, Yuri. Can you believe me? She looks me straight in the eyes, deep in thought. It's almost as if I can see the gears turning in her head. After a brief moment, she sighs and nods.
Yes, I believe you. I hope that we can have an exceptional time together, Flam. I didn't mean for that to sound so serious. I'm doing it again. Oh god, what's wrong with me? I'm having a massive panic attack. I gotta get my knife.
Yuri clears her throat.
What I wanted to say was, I'm looking forward to Sunday.
A gentle smile plays across her face. Me too, Yuri. I leave the club room, Yuri following behind me. It looks like Sayori didn't wait up for me. She's probably at home by now. I can't help but feel guilty about not walking home with her. But maybe she really does want to be left alone. It certainly explains why she seemed she seemed to shrug off my attempts to help her, right? But I feel like something's off. I wish I could just focus on what's going on in front of me. Okay. It's already Sunday. I'm beginning increasingly anxious about Yuri's upcoming visit. I keep telling myself there's no reason to be nervous, but it doesn't help much. Yuri is clearly an introvert and almost an intimate person in general. There's no doubt that she'll open up a little bit when it's just the two of us. Meanwhile, we've even been texting occasionally. She was extremely apprehensive at first, but it wasn't long before I was already learning more about her. I peek out of my window and notice Yuri. She's not supposed to be here for a little while. I go downstairs and open the front door.
I was worried this was the wrong house. I probably should have asked about it earlier.
No, it's okay. You're a bit early, though. That's alright. I'm glad I took the time to tidy things up before she arrived. If she arrived early and I hadn't done anything, I would have been really embarrassed. Were you waiting for a long time?
No, I just got here. I suppose I was just a bit anxious that I followed your directions wrong.
You always could have texted me. If I had known, I would have reassured you and hurried more on my way home.
I suppose that's true. I didn't think of that for some reason.
It should be common sense to do that, but I decided to ignore it. I see you brought a lot of stuff with you.
That's right. And did you manage to find everything I asked you to buy as well?
Well, I actually had a bit of trouble.
Is that so?
Yuri had texted me a list of art supplies yesterday, and I was supposed to pick them up for today. It probably works out better this way, since she'll be able to get exactly what she's looking for.
Well, you should be able to take some things from the art room at school. As long as I can leave my things at your house first. I'd rather not carry them with me.
Sure, no problem. I quickly open the front door to my house, and Yuri places her things just past it. That way, we'll see them as soon as we get back.
Right then. Shall we?
The two of us briskly start walking to school. The weather is beautiful, and the light breeze blows throughout the streets. Yuri is rather quiet, but she doesn't seem to be annoyed. I come to learn that she tends to appreciate things from afar, so her silence isn't too worrying. It's odd being at school on the weekend. The mood of the place feels totally different without the crowds of students around. Yuri leads me down a long corridor until we reach a large, imposing door.
This should be it.
With a slight creak, she opens the door and heads inside. The smell of dried paint lingers in the air. Oh, it's so dry, so painty. While not terribly large, this place should have what we're looking for.
Okay, we'll need a large cloth banner and some paints. Do you have brushes already?
I think so. It couldn't hurt to get some more, though. Yuri strides through the classroom, a determined look on her face. It's a quite stunning contrast to how she usually appears. I kind of like it. She bends down and pulls a long, thick sheet of fabric from a shelf down below. With surprising haste, she folds it up into a neat bundle and tucks it under her arm.
You know, Flam.
Yeah?
She
She closes her eyes, taking a quick breath.
I know we haven't even started yet, but this is nice. We're doing something so simple together, yet it feels so enrapturing.
Eh? That's a bit forward, isn't it? Yuri seems to think so too, as her face flushes.
I didn't mean for that to sound so serious. We're not even decorating yet, and I'm ruining things.
She retreats into the deep purple shroud of her hair, fidgeting with a loose strand. Now this is the Yuri I'm more accustomed to. Yuri, I thought we went over this. You don't have to worry about that. I know that's just your way of expressing how excited you are to start working on our part of the festival. And I'm excited too.
Okay, if that's how you really feel.
She nervously scans the shelves, picking out the various different paints we'll need. In the end, we spent a bit more time than I was expecting here. It seems Yuri really pays attention to the quality of what she wants. But if it'll make things go well with Yuri today, I don't mind. Right. Shall we head back to my place and get started on this?
Yes, we should have everything we need now.
Once we arrive back at my house, I unlock the door and guide her up to my bedroom. There should be enough space for us to work on the banner up there. Yeah, work on the quote banner, end quote. As soon as I open the door, Yuri wanders around my room curiously.
Lamb, your house is remarkably tidy.
I cleaned it before you came over, so...
You didn't have to do that just for me.
No. I would be really embarrassed for my room to be a mess while you were here.
I see. That makes sense, after all. That makes sense. After all, a clean room makes a clear mind, does it not? Cleaning can be very therapeutic. I would have been more than happy to have helped you.
Please. What kind of host would I be if I let this place a tip? Besides, I like to know where everything is in my room. Everything has its own place, you know? Yuri nods and walks over to my desk. She carefully studies the various collectibles I have set up on it. Suddenly, she reaches down and... Wait! Don't look in there! I snatch Yuri's wrist, which was in the process of opening a desk drawer of mine.
Do forgive me, Flam. I shouldn't be poking around the property of others. I don't know why I did that.
It's okay. Well, never mind. I'm glad I managed to catch her before she got a chance to look inside. There's things in there I'm not really comfortable sharing with others. Playboys. Porn. Fanfics. I let go of Yuri's wrist. She starts to fidget with her hands, gently squeezing them. So, what did you have planned, Yuri?
Yes. I thought about some ways we could transform the club room. With the right atmospheric pieces, we could morph the world into our own citadels of scansion, our domain of declusion,
Yuri blushes. Perhaps she feels as though she got a bit carried away. That sounds ambitious. What kinds of atmospheric pieces were you thinking of?
Well,
even something as simple as adjusting the
lighting or employing aromatherapy could be wonderful.
Wow. I'm impressed, Yuri. You really put a lot of thought into this.
It's nothing, really. I was just hoping that I could make our recital an event that plucks at the soul. Through our words, our visitors can experience our struggles and strive vicariously.
That sounds intense.
Intense?
I guess that's the best way to put it.
Is that a bad thing?
No, not at all. It's something I really like about you, actually.
Is that so? That makes me feel relieved. And kinda happy.
Yeah, no need to be so anxious. You can relax a little.
Relax? I brought some things for relaxation. I was going to use them during the poetry event.
Oh yeah? Like what?
Let's see.
Yuri rummages through her bag. She pulls out a cylindrical wooden object and places it on my desk.
I thought about covering the windows up and having small candles provide the room's illumination. I think it would make our event much more of an intimate affair. Don't you agree?
Yeah. The way Yuri worded that sounded a bit forward, doesn't it? I choose not to press it, though. What's that one thing, though?
Oh, it's an oil diffuser. It's actually my personal one from home. Tell me, Flam, how much do you know about aromatherapy?
Not as much as I'd like to do, eh?
Well, let me tell you about it a little. I believe the scent of an area can completely alter how we perceive it. Being able to alter the aura of the room like that, there's something magical about it.
Well, does it release the essence and aroma of marijuana? Because I think that would really liven the mood of the club. Yuri opens it up and retrieves a tiny glass bottle from her bag, alongside a bigger plastic one filled with water. She empties the larger bottle into the diffuser, then uncaps the tiny bottle and adds a few drops to it, then pushes a button. Within seconds, a delightful smelling mist delicately floats out of it. Wow, that smells wonderful. What was the stuff you were adding to it?
It's my favorite essential oil. It's derived from the jasmine flower. It has a beautiful, alluring scent. Wouldn't you agree?
It really does smell nice. Was there a particular reason you chose it?
Well, while it's true that jasmine can aid relaxation, it has various other properties. It can enhance your emotions and stir the mind. What might simply be curiosity can grow into enrapturing awe and wonder. A mild interest can blossom into an exciting infatuation.
So basically, it's a date rape kind of oil. I mean, can you that's almost like that. Your mind plays tricks on you, and then you suddenly pass out. Okay, maybe date rape's going a little too far, but it is kind of in that area. So
some would describe it as an aphrodisiac, but I think that has more to do with the warm feelings it can give you. You're drawn in, your heart pounding along with the world around you. Doesn't that sound...
Holy shit, what's that word? Richidonia. Oh my god. Pulchrit. Pulchrit. Pulchrit udonius. That word. Pulchritudinous. Whatever the hell that means. Alright, you know what? I'm Google searching that word. Because the last time I heard a word that I didn't get, I actually looked up the word and it had literally no meaning to it. Insert clip of Boybot saying that word. Okay. Pulchritudinous. Pulchritudinous.
Beautiful.
What? Just fucking say beautiful. You cryptic, over big word using bitch. Ugh. Yeah, I think that'd be perfect. I'm not sure what that word means. But based on her reaction, it must mean something good. You are not alone on that one. You're quite an expert on this, aren't you? I'll trust your judgment. Yuri smiles gently, clearly enjoying herself. She again reaches into her bag and pulls out several spools of thin ribbon. What are those for?
Well, did you purchase the origami paper I asked you to get?
Yep, I have it over here.
We won't be using the paper for folding or origami. What I'd like to do is write a different kanji character on each paper. We'll need about 100 of them.
Oh yeah? What will those be used for?
Well, I'm going to cut pieces of ribbon to hang from the doorway of the classroom. Then we can fasten the kanji paper onto the ribbons to create a doorway curtain. Wouldn't that be beautiful?
Okay, so you are not above using that word. So why didn't you just use that word in the first place? You know, why don't you just say pulchritudinous again?
It would also catch the eye of those passing by the room. It may attract some to peek inside.
That's really creative. I had no idea you'd be so good at this, Yuri.
Is that so? Well, I suppose I do get a little intense, as you put it.
Yuri giggles with red cheeks. Is it just me, or is she more relaxed when it's just the two of us? Or maybe it's the excitement she feels from sharing something that she enjoys.
Here's a marker, Flam. You can write any character you want. I'll help you once I finish cutting the ribbons.
Alright. Sitting on the floor together, the two of us get to work. I carefully draw a different character on each paper, doing my best to manage my bad handwriting. Okay, what is the kanji for assholes? Okay, and what is the kanji for dickweeds? What is the kanji for percritodonus? Then she reaches into her bag once more and pulls out a pocket knife. I knew it, she's gonna shank me. Eh? The knife is strangely beautiful. The silver handle has an intricate pattern of waves etched into it. The blade itself is gently tinted blue. That's no ordinary pocket knife. Looks really fancy.
Well?
Embarrassed, Yuri looks away. What is it?
You're going to think it's weird.
Yuri, whatever it is, I have no reason to judge. To each their own, you know?
If you promise you won't be weirded out.
Yeah, I promise.
Alright. Thing is, I'm kind of into knives. They're just so pretty. I can't help it. I don't know what it is. The combination of craftsmanship, the feeling of danger, maybe? What am I saying? Please don't think I'm weird for this.
You're
laughing at me.
No, I'm not laughing at you. It's just funny how nervous you get about sharing. It's an interesting thing to be into, I guess. But I think it kind of suits you.
Suits me?
Yeah, it's kind of intense. Besides, it's a really cool looking knife. I can't deny that.
It is, isn't it?
Yuri relaxes her expression once again.
Would you like to hold it?
Sure, I'll check it out. Yuri carefully hands me the knife with the handle facing me. I take it and turn it around in my hands. It feels heavy and extremely solid. Where do you even get a knife like this? Curious of its sharpness, I feel the point of the knife with my index finger. Ow!
Flam? Why did you do that?
I didn't expect it to be that sharp. I barely touched it at all.
It's my fault. I should have warned you. This knife is extremely sharp. It can cut through skin like it's paper.
And again, we know that she's a cutter, so she would know.
Oh no.
A small drop of blood trickles down the side of my finger. Yuri takes my hand and gives the wound a closer look.
That's...
She stares at it and noticeably fidgets.
Where do you keep your first aid kit? We need to sterilize the wound and wrap it to halt the blood flow. Do you have a gauze? It should...
I raise my hand, cutting Yuri off. Yuri, I don't think it's that serious. I probably just need a bandage. Yuri's pupils narrow, perhaps afraid that she went too far. But I appreciate your concern. Will you be okay for a little while?
Oh, yes, of course.
I quickly run to the kitchen and rinse the cut, then apply a small plaster. It stings a little, but that should be the worst of it. As I return, Yuri's eyes dart around the room, as though she were too embarrassed to look at me.
I went a bit overboard there. I'm sorry if I made things awkward.
Yuri hangs her head shamefully. Yuri?
My parents were doctors, so I always tend to jump to the most severe conclusions when it comes to personal injury. I never know how to read the situation. I'm sorry for making you feel so out of place. In your own home, no less.
Yuri? She's way too harsh on herself. How can I fix this? It's really okay. Your heart was in the right place. She doesn't look up. I appreciate that you were concerned about me, but I'm fine, see? There's only a tiny nick. It's my fault anyway for being so careless with your knife.
I see.
The panic in her eyes evaporates, replaced by a calming stillness. Seeing her ease up a bit is reassuring. Maybe the oil diffuser is helping.
Thank you for being patient with me, Flam.
Yuri giggles shyly. That was really cute. I was definitely not expecting it. My face grows hot. Yeah, no worries. I clear my throat. We each resume our respective activities. I watch Yuri's knife cut through the ribbon like it's nothing but air. Meanwhile, I continue to make progress on the kanji. After we finish attaching the paper to the ribbons, we lay them all out side by side. It looks better than I expected, and it seems like it'll be very effective as a door curtain. It looks great. Good thinking coming up with this, Yuri.
Thanks. It's going to look wonderful, isn't it? Are you ready to move on to the next task?
Yeah, let's do it. What do you have in mind?
Well, remember the paint and the banner? I'd like to make something with that. Something to display in the club room.
Ah, that's right. Yuri had made a big deal about fetching the banner from the art room. She must have been looking forward to this.
Could you retrieve the paint and brushes from the other room? I can stay here and unravel the banner.
Yeah, sure. I'll be right back.
Thank you very much.
I head downstairs to pick up the bag filled with acrylic paints. There's mixture palettes and several different colors. I stop to fill up a couple of cups with water for diluting the brushes. Afterwards, then go back upstairs. Yuri?
Flam.
As I open the door, Yuri is hurriedly rolling her sleeve over her arm. Nothing. Your face is a little red. Is it too hot in here or anything?
No, not at all. There's nothing wrong, so let's get to work.
I can't shake the feeling that there's something she's not telling me, but I don't push the point further.
So, I think if we do a color gradient across the banner, it would look wonderful. Starting with warm colors, then blending into darker shades. I thought a day to night cycle would be pretty, would be really pretty. Once it's finished, we could write something inspirational across it. We can hang it on the wall behind the podium at the front of the classroom.
Ah, neat. What are you going to write?
Well, it'll be more fun to surprise you.
Yuri smiles at me. If you say so. I kneel down to the opposite side of the banner as Yuri. Yuri uses a brush and adds a few dots of different colors across the banner to serve as a color guide when we paint. This kind of reminds me of elementary school. Painting on a banner with watercolors feels a lot like the art class projects we had back then. It's relaxing.
If this is too immature for you, then I'm sorry.
No, I didn't mean that at all. It's kind of fun, you know?
Yeah, I suppose it is. I'm glad you feel that way, Flam.
Yuri places her brush down, pondering to herself.
Most people our age want to do wild things, but I'm usually more comfortable doing something soothing. I'm quite content with just a bit of company. Even if it's something simple, like reading, we don't need to be talking a lot. Just having a friend next to me makes things feel a little bit nicer. I think that's all it takes for me to be happy.
Is that so? Even if Yuri and I are quite different, I can understand where she's coming from. I feel that way about things like anime and games, where simply sharing the experience with someone can make me happy. I think I feel the same way. Yuri smiles gently.
I knew you'd understand.
Yuri leans over the banner to grab an unused paintbrush, but I move at the same time, causing my head to bump into hers.
Gah!
Sorry. Yuri rolls back and I quickly lift my hands in surprise. Are you hurt?
I don't think so. It just startled me, that's all. Sorry, I should have asked you to get it for me.
That's not your fault. And your face. There are droplets of paint on Yuri's face and neck.
Is there something on my face?
Yeah, I accidentally got paint on you. I'm sorry, it's totally my fault. I'll get a towel right away. I rush out and fetch a small towel, then I dampen it with hot water. I return to my room and kneel back down in front of her.
Aww.
That's Thumbnail time, guys. Alright, sorry about that pause, guys. I just had to get the thumbnail ready. Here. I pat down Yuri's face and neck with the towel. Is something wrong?
It's warm. I just didn't expect it.
Sorry. I didn't want to use cold water. Having finished, I start to retract my hand. But Yuri suddenly holds my wrist.
Oh, hold on a moment.
Eh?
Just for a little longer. It feels really nice.
I keep my hand still against Yuri's neck. She looks into my eyes. It's an intense expression that I recognize from when she read her books. Almost as if she's lost in a daze, enveloped by her own thoughts. She breathes gently, half through slightly parted lips. What is happening? Is it the aroma of the jasmine oil giving me this dizzy feeling? Yuri's gentle fingers wrapped around my wrist sends a tingling sensation through my arm. And suddenly, her face seems to be much closer to mine than it was just a moment ago. Yuri slowly pulls away.
Sorry. I've been feeling a little lightheaded today. I didn't mean to space out.
It's fine. The moment is over as soon as it began. Yuri picks up her brush again. But her movements seem clumsier, like she's unable to focus. I remain silent, forced to ignore the event that just transpired. I hesitantly retrieve my own brush and continue following Yuri's example. That should do it. I finish filling the night sky with white dots that look like stars. Looking at the banner as a whole, it's very pretty and natural looking.
I think it came out better than I expected. I'm really happy with the results.
Yeah, me too. Are you gonna add the lettering now?
Not yet. It needs to dry first.
That's true. But won't that take a while?
Well, perhaps it would be best to leave it here, then have you bring it in the morning. I can do the lettering in the classroom before our event starts. Is that okay?
That's totally fine.
Wonderful. In that case, I don't think there's anything more for us to do here. Phew. You say that like you're glad it's over. Was I wrong to assume that you were at least enjoying yourself a little bit?
No, it's not that. I was glad that we managed to get everything done.
I see. I am too. I was a little concerned about time. I need to start making dinner soon.
So you don't have any time left. I was secretly hoping we would have extra time after finishing the work.
Well,
Yuri thinks to herself.
I think it would be too irresponsible of me to wait much longer. I'm sorry. I was hoping there would be more time as well.
It's probably my fault. Sorry for being such a slow worker.
No, it's not your fault at all. And the important thing is that we got everything done, right?
Yeah.
So, I shouldn't be disappointed or anything.
Gathering all of her things, Yuri seems to look a little downcast. And I understand why. It sounds like she rarely gets the opportunity to spend time with friends in a relaxed environment. But that doesn't mean this is the last time it can happen. Once Yuri packs up, I walk her out the front door.
Thank you very much for having me today.
No problem. I'm glad I was able to help. Just let me know if there's anything else you need me to bring tomorrow.
I will. Well then.
Yuri fidgets.
I guess I'll see you tomorrow?
Wait. I can't say that without thinking. About today? It's fine that we didn't have as much time as we wanted. Because we can do this again. Whenever you want, you can come over. Or we can go out somewhere. I forgot, you don't like going out much. As I stumble over my words, Yuri simply smiles bashfully. Anyway, you know what I'm trying to say, so...
You're very thoughtful, Flam.
Yuri takes a step closer to me, then briefly squeezes my hand.
I kinda like that about you.
Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? I don't want to make things awkward, but...
I'd like to spend more time with you as well, Flam.
She takes a slow, deep breath and releases my hand.
I guess I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll see you at the festival.
Oh.
With one last smile, Yuri starts to head home. She looks back over her shoulder, but then quickly turns back around. I'm really grateful that I got to do this with Yuri. I enjoyed my time with her a lot. The way she said she simply enjoys having company, I understand exactly what she means. Tomorrow's going to be incredible. I just know it. Ugh. We say that now, but we already know how the festival turns out. Ugh. Okay. Today at the festival, the banner Yuri and I painted is dry, and I gently rolled it up to take with me. She sent me a pleasant text reminding me not to forget anything, and I reassured her. I smile, putting my phone away. Her personality even shows through her text. Funnily enough, I probably feel the same way as Natsuki about the event. Oh, okay. Just as I'm getting ready to leave, I finally spot her, slowly making her way down the street. She's carrying a large sack in her hands, and I'm surprised she isn't running over to me. Isn't she aware of how late she is? Sayori, where have you been? We could have been late for school.
I know, sorry!
Overslept again? Or couldn't decide what to have for breakfast again? She immediately pouts.
You're such a meanie sometimes.
You know my teasing is all in good fun, right? She mumbles something under her breath.
Of course.
It looks like she's back to her normal self again. A definite relief. I felt a little guilty in not spending Sunday with her, but then again, it was probably wise to give her space. Then again, Yuri also needed help. Then again, Natsuki also needed help. Then again, I wish I had hung out with Natsuki. Then again, Natsuki would probably be better. Then again, Monica really needed help too. Then again, Monica didn't really need any help. Then again, Sarah might have killed herself. Then again, ah!
Whoa, Sean, whoa.
What?
Whoa, Sean, whoa.
Right? I point to the sack she's carrying, which contains an assortment of colorful little gift bags. Are those the gift bags you were working on over the weekend?
Yep. I managed to get everything we need. Candy, quotes, and bookmarks. It was a lot of fun. Although it was kind of hard to stop myself from eating the sweets.
And did you manage it?
People won't notice if a sweet or two goes missing, right?
I can't help but laugh. That's such a Sayori thing to say and do. I'm glad you're feeling better today, Sayori. And I'm sorry if I was a bit too invasive on Friday. I just worry a lot, that's all.
It's okay, Flam. It really is. It's sweet that you were concerned. But yeah, I'm fine. It was just a little rain cloud. I'm kind of nervous for the festival.
Honestly, I don't blame you for that. It's kind of nerve-wracking, isn't it? Okay, more skippable. Okay.
Hey, do you guys want to check out the pamphlets? They came out really nice.
Yeah, sure. I put down the banner I'm holding and grabbed one of the pamphlets laid down on the desk. Oh yeah, they really did. Alright. More... Okay. Just then, Natsuki bursts into the room carrying a box that positively towers over her. Yuri trails in behind her, clutching at a large duffel bag nervously.
Alright, it's festival time.
More skips. Okay. As Natsuki furiously checks over the rest of her cupcakes to look for more miswritten characters, I glance over at Sayori and Yuri. Yuri's on the floor painting her inspirational quote on the banner in white paint. I guess she figured out where I put the banner herself. Meanwhile, Sayori hung up the kanji curtain in the doorway and is puzzling over the essential oils setup. A good writer possesses not only his own spirit, but also the spirit of his friends.
Yes, it's a quote by the German philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche.
Seems like a pretty fitting quote.
Yes, I thought that would summarize our experiences in the club quite well. I'm finished with the lettering, so if you wouldn't mind, Flam. That is, could you help me hold my chair steady as I pin this up?
Of course. Yuri pulls a chair up to the front of the classroom and climbs onto it, teetering slightly. She grips the banner tightly in her hands as she reaches up to attach it to the wall. The chair gives a threatening wobble, but luckily I managed to steady it. It's okay, Yuri. I've got you. You don't have anything to worry about.
Thank you.
What?
Is it just me, or does she look like she's starting to blush now? I feel my cheeks begin to heat up as well. I didn't say anything weird, did I? When I help her down from the chair after she's finished, she looks more bashful than ever. Man, how do I always make things so awkward? It looks like all the preparations are almost finished now. I realize there's something missing, though. Suddenly, I notice a large bag sitting forlornly by itself to the side. That's Sayori's, isn't it? Sayori, did you forget to set up your part?
Did I? I did!
She rushes over to the bag and quickly empties it out. It's full of small, colorful packs tied shut with thin ribbons. Why, Sayori? Why are you such an airhead? Don't worry, I'll help you. We start organizing the goodie bags in neat rows on the desks closest to the door. I peek inside one of them as we do so.
You can take it back. You can take it back if you want.
Inside the bag, I find candy, stickers, inspirational quotes from poems on some sort of cardstock, and bookmarks. Looks like there's a good mix of things in here.
I chose only the best candy for the festival. And the best quotes.
The best bookmarks as well.
You betcha.
We laugh as we finish up our task. I take a bag, fish out candy, and pop it into my mouth. Sayori really does have good taste. The chocolate and toffee seems to melt on my tongue.
Can I have one too, Flam?
I can't resist those puppy dog eyes.
Thanks. You're the best.
Alright. So that's where I'm going to leave this one off on, guys.
Very true.
Alright, well, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to leave a like on this video, guys. It really helps me out. And subscribe if you're new. And I will catch you guys in the next video. Have a good night.